I had this idea of what life was going to be like, and to start my own business was not what I had expected. And it felt almost kind of selfish to change the plan on my family. When I met my husband, we were in college, and he was studying to be a math teacher and I was studying to be an elementary school teacher. So when we graduated and got married, that was kind of the trajectory we saw life taking, that we'd teach forever and travel over summers and have kids and do it all over again. But then I had my daughter. The plan was always that I was going to take at least a year off and stay home with her before we figured out what we were going to do next. I really enjoyed that first year being home with her and decided I wanted to stay home a second year. And towards the end of that second year, things started to kind of shift. I've enjoyed my time home with her, but I also don't see myself wanting to be home full time. I wanted something else. I wanted to go back to work and do something. I knew I didn't want to go back to teaching, but then what do I do if I don't do that? I had always loved baking, and so I baked fairly often for friends and families. Whenever I went to places, to dinners, I was kind of known as the person who liked to bake to start with. And I had someone at one point ask if I could make sugar cookies for their child's graduation. And I said, I've done it once and it was terrible. I can't make any promises. And she said, it's fine. Whatever you make is going to be great. And so I made them, and it wasn't as terrible as it was before. It definitely wasn't as good as they are now, but that was kind of what started that process, was that first person just saying, would you be willing to make these? These are the designs I planned out. So anytime that I'm doing a class, I have to know how much they need for icing for the class. So I'll design it out, and then I'm going to weigh my icing at the start, so I know how much icing I have in the beginning, and then weigh it at the end and subtract that to figure out how much icing I need for each person in the class. There was a part of me, even in the early stages of that thought, well, maybe I could do this. Maybe this could be what I do. When I needed to start figuring things out, that I finally was like, okay, if this is what I want to do, I need to tell someone, and I need to actually take a step and figure out what that's going to look like. And so the first person I told was my husband. And I have this habit of going through my head how conversations are going to go before I have them, and they never pan out the way I think they're going to. And so in my mind, he would be really skeptical and not quite understand. And we had this whole plan. And in the end, when I said it, he was like, okay, so how do we make it happen? That was it. Words on out of laughter. I constantly have doubts about doing this. And I think anyone who starts a business or takes any type of leap has doubts. It was exciting to open. I think in the beginning of getting everything done and getting the business started, and that first initial open, it's really exciting. Like, I've done this, I've actually started the business. But then it gets down to the real work of, okay, you've opened a business, but now it has to stay open. I think one of the things that they don't tell you about being your own boss, I mean, I'm sure people tell you, but you don't necessarily think about, is it is you pushing yourself to do it all. Like, if I don't get up and get to work, then it's not getting done. I think the thing that really pushes me to get up each day and do it is I like what I do. That's a good start, but that doesn't always sustain you. And so I think a big thing is my family, and knowing that I've been given this gift of a family that's supportive, that is in circumstances that allows me to do this. And so I don't want to take that for granted. I feel like I am living the life I'm supposed to be right now. And I think that I have ideas of what the dream might be, but I'm also real happy with where I am right now. And so I think in that way, yeah, I'm living the dream.